last night, I got this idea that I want to wrap my truck in Christmas lights. So I went out, bought a couple thousand Christmas lights, pulled my truck in the garage, and started taping all these lights to this truck. I thought this was gonna be easy. I am on day 2 of trying to tape these lights to this truck. I am so over this, it is not even funny. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since we have done long form content on here. I know you guys see me posting the shorts all the time. I'm active on TikTok, a little bit on Instagram. I don't really come on here anymore, but that's gonna change, or at least I'm gonna try to change that. I know I say that every time and it never changes. I post like one video and then you don't see me for like 8 months. Anyways, we're gonna be wrapping my truck in Christmas lights today, or at least finishing wrapping it. I started it last night, got frustrated and quit. But we're back at it again today because I wanna get this done so I can see this truck at night. They get all these lights off the truck because I don't want to keep them on there. Some decent progress last night until I got pissed off. So I got basically the entire front clip of the truck done, the entire passenger side and tailgate done. I just got to finish this bed side on the driver's side and the rear door here on the driver's side, and then try to figure out how I'm gonna power these up. Stick the rest of these lights on this truck. I'm gonna tell you guys everything I did that did not work, so you guys don't have to go through the same things I went through last night because it is so frustrating. Start with a clean truck. So I didn't wash this truck. I just pulled it in here dirty with salt, dust, or whatever else was on the road and on the truck in here. Try to stick masking tape to a dirty truck. It does not work. You guys are gonna do this, wash your car or truck first. Otherwise, it's not gonna stick. As far as tape goes, I want to use this cheap ass white tape because the truck's white and I didn't really want the tape to be that noticeable. Does not work. It's not sticky. It sucks. Don't use this. I'm done with this frog tape here. It's expensive. I figured it was gonna work. Did not work. It's even worse than the cheap white tape. The only tape that works for this is this blue painter's tape right here. It actually works pretty good and I'm getting it to stick pretty well. Use this tape and wash your truck. Yeah, you can see here I started with the white tape. It's making pretty good progress. And then I don't know if I just got tired or frustrated, but I got to the passenger side. Nothing was sticking. Like you can see this tape's already coming off. So I switched to the blue tape, doing a lot better. And I actually started cleaning the truck as I did this. That made a little bit of a difference. Got the tailgate pretty much done. Got to connect the next strand here, run it over to this bedside, that door, and then somehow run it inside the truck. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that yet. Praise the Lord, this is done. Thank God. Finally got that bedside done and this door done. That means everything is done. Now we got to figure out how to hook up the power inside the truck so I can run these lights off the truck. Tip 2, do not use detail spray to clean your truck before you put the tape on. The tape will not stick with this. It's not good for your paint whatsoever, but I used this glass cleaner and wiped it off with a microfiber and the tape stuck way better. You know, it feels good to have all the lights on the truck. We're like one step closer to powering this thing up, but I just realized I made a huge mistake. I started this process. I started on the driver door and worked all the way around the truck back to here, which is great because this is my dead end here. But my only way to plug this up, which I didn't realize, is right here. Find a way to run a cord from here to the inside of the truck to an inverter. I totally thought I was gonna have that end of the plug here and I was just gonna pop it through the door and be done, but no, that didn't quite work the way I thought it would, which that's my fault. Wanted to make sure all the lights work, so I ran my extension cord to the outlet there and it worked. And this does look pretty cool. I'm sure it's gonna look really sick at night. Now in the daylight, kind of looks like shit because you can see the tape, you can see all the gaps. But if you look down the side there, I think when it's dark out, this is gonna look pretty good. Probably look pretty good, but I don't think it's gonna look good enough to the point where I'd say I'd want to do this again because this process sucks. We ran into our next issue, guys. So I have this power inverter right here, this is the DeWalt one, and I thought that this is gonna work. Just plug it up in there, run the cord under my door, boom, we got Christmas lights. Was I wrong? Plug this inverter in the truck like so and turn it on. I get this nice little blue light telling me it's ready to go. If I take my extension cord that's ran off all my lights and plug it into the inverter, get the flashing blue and red light, meaning it's getting overloaded. But yeah, another pro tip, if you're doing this, make sure you have a high enough wattage inverter to power your lights, otherwise you're gonna end up like me, having to spend more money on a project that costed way too much money for what it's worth. Let's get this thing out in the daylight and see how ridiculous it looks.
So now that we have it out in the daylight, this thing looks absolutely ridiculous. Notice I went a little light. I probably should have thrown another strand here because it's just like all uneven and whatnot. Not too bad. Overall, looks pretty stupid, not gonna lie. So yeah, this is what about 6 hours of hard work taping lights to a truck looks like.
I guess I'm pretty satisfied with the outcome.
We're finally starting to get closer to sunset so we can see what the Cat Eye looks like with all the lights on in the dark.
But I got some more unfortunate news.
To Home Depot and bought this bigger inverter. It's 500 watts instead of the 140 watt DeWalt one I had. Plugged the lights in and it still tripped the circuit on the inverter. So this is not big enough and this is the biggest one they had in stock. This has got to get returned. I was sick and tired of messing around with the inverter, so I just threw my generator in the bed of the truck. What I'm gonna do is run my extension cord from that plug up into the bed, run the generator, and then run the lights off the generator, and we should have no issues. It's set now. I'd give it another hour or so, and we should be able to see what this looks like. Well, guys, it is officially dark enough where we could turn on the Christmas lights on the Cat Eye. Like I said earlier, I got my extension cord here running alongside the truck to the bed where the generator's at. We're gonna go ahead, fire the generator up, and see what this thing looks like. I can't lie, it looks pretty sick. I know I was talking a lot of shit. This is hard, I don't want to do this. This is stupid, waste of time. That's pretty cool. Hey boys, this was quite the success. Now obviously you can see where I missed some spots. Like I probably should put an extra strand here. Wish I would have done a little more on the hood. The front bumper is lacking. I should have done at least 2 more wraps on there because you have just massive gaps here. Side is pretty good. I wish I would have put more here. Overall, for my first time doing this, yes, it took a while. Yes, it was a pain. Yes, there was a lot of figuring out. I gotta say, I am extremely impressed and I like it a lot. Like I was saying, a lot of this tape is not sticking. So like, look at that, it just came right up. You can't really drive around with the way I did it. You gotta clean it and do it the right way. Unfortunately, I didn't. So these are gonna have to come off almost immediately because otherwise we're just gonna lose them. Generator is working flawless, way better than any of the inverters that would have just gave us problems. That is gonna be a wrap on today's video. If you guys are new here or you've been watching for a while and you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.